Yeah. So
Tomorrow. No, Sunday.
Sunday, we're gonna go see Scream 7.
Yeah, I've been hearing some mixed reviews. The audience score is currently a lot higher than the critic score on Rotten Tomatoes, so I'm interested in seeing. I don't have super high hopes for it, just because it seems like so much of a huge pivot and departure from the previous
What they were
two.
doing.
Even though I didn't necessarily love either of the. Actually, the sixth one was pretty good, but it does seem like it was a little bit of a kind of a panic scramble to get some key cast members back.
Yeah,
Interested
when they
to see.
lost Barrera and Ortega and that whole storyline. And Melissa Barrera's character was the daughter of
Billy Loomis, wasn't
Billy
it?
Loomis, right? So, and I think she was gonna go like full Billy Loomis in the next one down that storyline. And some people were mixed on that. And then so I just was reading a quick story online, and there's all these people that are like these huge Nev Campbell people, and they're like so glad that it's back focused on her where it should be, and blah blah blah. And I was like, wow, I really like the other. Those are the other two. I mean, I like everybody, but
I'm excited to get back into like the nostalgia of the first one. Like, I think that's kind of cool. And Gail Weathers and what's the spoof movie that's coming out?
Oh,
I
yeah,
know that trailer got
Scary
leaked,
Movie
too.
6.
Yeah, Scary Movie
geez,
6.
yeah.
That looks so ridiculous. Definitely going to see that. I don't think I need to see that in the theater though. I think I will wait.
God.
Yeah, no,
that's just
those-
like a fun like
I know. I still want to watch
Friday night, have some drinks and watch that and just have a laugh. But
I still want to watch Five Nights at Freddy 2.
yes, I want to see that one too.
Freddy.
I liked the first one.
I thought it was
wasn't
okay.
like yeah, it didn't
it was-
blow me away,
it was
but it was
cute and
entertaining.
entertaining, yeah, it was
Yeah,
fun.
and I want to see. I do want to see the next one too.
It looked a little
But-
bit better. But yeah, we're going a little off track here, huh?
I know.
After a long, exhausting, snow-buried
Ugh.
week here in these parts.
I know you guys got blasted. We got a little bit. Well, we got blasted like a week or so ago, but you guys really got buried.
Like 30 plus inches of snow.
Yeah, we got
It's ridiculous.
That's wild.
feet. We lost power for a few days. And
Yeah, we'll see the grass again in like I don't know, August.
I have a big half a tree in my yard.
Ugh.
Whatever. But
But the snow will not stop us. We're back.
We're
we're
back.
back. And there's almost like kind of a synergy to what we're about to talk about, because the people in Fallout have to deal with some serious shit and loss of civilization comforts.
Oh yeah, definitely. Very similar story here.
So we are here to get on track with season 2 of Fallout, which we completed actually a little bit ago, but we just haven't been able to line up our schedules to connect and chat about it. So I will go to you, Cam, first for your initial reaction, and I think there's be some from some of your comments along the way, you being a gamer, and having played the game, I feel like your perspective is going to be
The most dynamic, yeah.
the most dynamic, and I think we'll have varying perspectives on things. And I know some of the comments you made to me even as you were watching it. So go ahead.
Yeah, well, as a certified gamer and Fallout fan, I was thrilled with this season. It was one of my favorite shows I've watched in a while. A lot of that due to them returning to the setting of New Vegas, which is the setting of my favorite game, and they're taking a lot of the same characters and locations and just recreating them, and I thought that was really cool. But I also just thought it was just a really kind of interesting direction for the show to go in general. I'm really curious to hear your guys' thoughts, because I have a lot of background knowledge in it, and watching it almost felt like I was like, wow, they're really pulling a lot from the games, and there's a lot going on between following up things from the first season and bringing in this whole new all this lore and background from the games, particularly New Vegas, which I think is like the 4th game in the series. Yeah, because then
How many games are there in the series, dare I ask?
there's 5 now, I think, total, and not counting some spin-offs, and the IP has been handed over a couple times. So it's been different companies making them, and everyone has their own little view on what the right direction to go in is. So there's a lot of people who think season 2 was just ruined everything and it was terrible and the lore is completely destroyed. But I don't feel that way. I thought it fit. I thought they did a great job fitting the story into the game world, especially considering at the end of New Vegas, there's like 6 or so outcomes. You can join Caesar's Legion, you can join the NCR, you can join House, or you can take over Vegas yourself. And so everyone has a different idea of how that game ends, and I thought they actually did a great job expanding on that. I think it's about 15 years after the game ends, without really kind of stepping on anyone's personal choices in the game. So overall, I was just like, between the effects and the recreated sets and practical armor and monsters and everything, I just thought it was really, really well done and impressive.
I like the idea that you said it was like almost like a choose your own adventure book.
Yep.
At the end
exactly,
of the game, that's
yeah.
actually really cool.
That's what all the Fallout games, like, the story is dynamic. So depending on which characters you talk to or which choices you make, the ending can change, and you can either be like super evil or super like the savior of the wasteland, and so it kind of makes it interesting to see how they're incorporating all that into the writing of the show.
So overall, you're too enthusiastic.
I would say,
thumbs
yeah,
up?
two very big thumbs up. But I could also see it being almost too much for people who haven't played the games or whatever else. So I'm really curious to hear your guys' thoughts.
Would you say this season, like, exponentially more than last season, dug into the game lore?
To me, it
Or-
felt much stronger in the lore, especially just because they were bringing in and referencing all of these direct plot points from New Vegas, and this would be the first time we've kind of seen anything beyond what happens in that game, because each one takes place in a different area of the country and has roughly different characters. Some crossover occasionally, but this one felt like they really went all, like, it was like the first season was almost like, all right, we gotta kind of hold back so everyone can get into it, and this season they just went like full on. Just even the ghouls outside of New Vegas, the Elvis ghouls that they were shooting, they have a whole storyline in the games, and I was like, oh man, they killed the
No
kings. That
kidding.
kind of stinks. So there's a lot going on.
I can see that, like, the not being a gamer, but watching it did feel more like a video game. You could see it. I agree, and I don't even know what the game is about or, ever played it, but I agree. I think that, like, the settings and the way she had to go to the store to get the
Right,
medicine
yep,
stuff
exactly,
when she
yeah.
was, jonesing for a hit. Like, that just seemed like it was, like, all part of, like, a video game. Now, I give it 2 thumbs up, too. Maybe not quite as enthusiastic as Cam. I liked the second season equally as the first. I like how it furthered along the plot, the characters. It is a lot of storylines to keep track of, and there was such a long gap between first and second season. I probably should have rewatched the first season before we started the second one. I think I missed a lot of references, nuances, whatever. But solid character performances. I love getting the little historical clips, like background information. And I still absolutely love the vault life and how clueless they all are. And I just think that's, like, really, like, a good, like, comedic intervention into, like, a more serious, what's going on the surface kind of thing. But yeah, I very much enjoyed it, and 2 thumbs up. Not super enthusiastic, but definitely 2 up.
Yeah, I would say definitely 2 thumbs up for me. You and I watched it with your husband, Steve. He liked it. We all enjoyed it, the hell out of it. And it's fun, although we're sitting there at some points just going like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
So I would say, yeah, I enjoyed this season. I enjoyed how much it dug into the lore and the new characters that were involved, but then still mostly staying grounded with Lucy and Ghoul and those guys, and Thaddeus is hilarious.
Cool.
And then Norm, her brother, is like he a character in the are they brother and sister in the
No,
game, or is
yeah,
that
everything
something
that was
created for
introduced
television?
in the first season, like all those characters are all new. The only characters that have been from the games are in season 2.
Okay. Oh, interesting. But their whole quest was great. Running into the Roman Empire people and
The Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin and those guys going after each other and just everything. And then Ella Purnell's character kind of, you know, she does some drugs and she finally starts killing some people and is like, screw it, I gotta just kill some people.
And her shine's starting to wear off just a little bit now. She's getting a little more jaded as she's going through this adventure.
So that all was great. And so I think I really enjoyed it. I loved it. I think there was so much going into how did this all happen and who's really in charge and who set things off. And
the man behind the curtain.
Yeah, the people behind the curtain, like the guy that, you know, you thought it was the guy that like sneaky guy in Vegas who had his public persona, and then who he really was behind and they were trying to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And the president and Clancy Brown, that's the president.
Oh yeah.
And then that little AI, that little senator who gave that boring speech at the veterans thing, and then she turns out to be the brain that's like running running Vegas or whatever the heck it is. And there was just so much going on and so much just sort of wrangling around. Okay, who really is responsible for this, and is there some sort of like sucker punch coming still to come? And also like just a lot of I shouldn't say burning questions in terms of like cliffhangers, but I'm like, but maybe like why did Lucy's dad blow up the new California Republic? They came out of the ashes, they started this new society that, you know, Maximus was from, and, you know, his parents saved him, shoving him in the fridge.
I thought there was something in the first season about her mother going there or something. Wasn't it to punish the mother, I thought? No?
Oh, yeah. Like,
yeah, that
Yeah,
I think all
I
was
just
in
looked
kind
at
of the
that.
first season. I rewatched the first episode recently. I have to finish that again, and I think that was mostly from the first season.
So overall, I enjoyed it. I think at times some of that stuff was like, what are we doing, you know? But it's cool, and I will say it's cool as long as they continue to pull all these threads together and don't just leave us. I don't know. I know it's already been renewed. Was it already renewed for 2 seasons or just one?
It may have been renewed for 2 seasons. I want to say that sounds familiar, but definitely season 3.
Yeah, but I'm just like, I hope to hell they pull all these threads together, having opened up so many of them. But overall, like, the performances are great. Like, Ella Purnell, it's so funny. Like, she was in that adaptation of that YA book. I'm not going to remember the name of it. The one with the pictures, you know, the one with the weird pictures.
Oh, Miss Peregrine?
Yes, Miss Peregrine.
Oh,
yeah.
I was like...
But, and then she was in that movie, and I thought she was really good. And then you just didn't hear from her for the last 10 years. And then all of a sudden she's in this. She's in Sweet Pea. She's in Showtime.
I don't know, you're killing me with the stuff. I have no idea what you're talking about.
The Showtime show.
Was she in White Lotus?
No, the Showtime show about the girls that get stranded. It's kind of like a female.
Oh,
version
Yellow
of-
Jackets.
Yellow Jackets, yeah.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch
And
that.
she's in all these shows, and that's awesome. And she's great. She's fantastic. Walter Goggins, I find him to be like really super weird, but like
He's very interesting looking. I'll give him that, but
his character's great. in this
Yeah,
show,
like he's a very good actor. I've seen him in a few other things too. He was in White Lotus. But he's a very good actor. But yeah, he's definitely very interesting looking. And they didn't really do much to change
They don't
him.
have to do much
you
to
don't
make-
you have
Yeah,
to.
like
just cut off his nose and
Yeah.
he's good to go. Yeah.
And actually, I think he looks like better as a ghoul.
That's funny.
Then as a person,
But no, I think he plays a great character too. I have so many questions. Like, how involved is his wife in all of this? Like, I feel
yes.
like
Well, that's another
is
another
she
one
a
of those
bad
questions.
guy? Is
right,
she a
yeah.
good guy? Like, I feel like we don't really know. And like, why would she not have told him where their vault was, or what was going on with them? And I also remember too the first season when they dropped the bombs initially, he was doing like a little kid's birthday party
Oh,
as
yeah,
like
he
a
was with
cowboy,
his
and his
daughter.
daughter was with him.
Yeah.
Like, how did he get her
Huh.
to a vault where she
Right.
was protected, but he
And
didn't get to go
he
in?
wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a lot of. I feel like I hope that they didn't like overlook these little details and
Right.
drop
And
stuff
now
they
they're
did
in
in the first
Colorado
season.
and all this.
Yeah,
other
like
crap.
why? What's going on? So I mean, I'm intrigued. I'm very much looking forward
Yep.
to season 3. But are we looking at like another year again?
Yeah,
hopefully
probably.
they can.
I think
Do you-
I think they started like
Go ahead.
pretty recently, like right up.
I think it's in production. I think the further and further we get away from the strike and COVID, like things are gonna move more quickly, hopefully. And so so that's my like overall. I really enjoyed it, and it really is absorbing in terms of all the stuff that's going on. But that can be both a plus and a minus at times. Overall, it's a minus. But I know, Cam, you were giving reactions to this that, like, for me, were like reactions that I had to like the
Right.
the best episodes of Buffy and some of like my all-time favorite shows, and I'm just like, I'm like, I love it, but I don't know if I'm quite all-time greatest television I've ever seen.
Well, yeah, well that's because you didn't grow up playing New Vegas and fighting House and like and Victor. You know how the ghoul meets that robot that he talks to, the cowboy robot he talks to briefly. That was a big, huge, like, oh my God, they brought Victor back. Oh, he fought. or at the end when the New California Republic appears and the sniper is on the roof. That's like directly
And
pulled,
helps out,
directly pulled from the opening. Kind of like cinematic cutscene of New Vegas and seeing the Rangers and that iconic armor that the sniper was wearing. That was another huge like, oh holy crap! And the New California Republic is back, and they seem to exist somewhere outside of Vegas, and like the original Caesar who leads the Legion, who was dead in season 2, and they're battling over his corpse. He was a live.
Oh yes, and the note in his pocket.
He was a live character in the game that you meet, and so he had some sort of like tumor or medical condition, and there was kind of, he even says like, after I die, I don't like the Legion's just going to devolve into like it ends with me kind of. So it's just cool to see all of these little details and confirmations and the big one for me being House being rebooted, because that's the big twist in the game, is when you get to New Vegas and you get to the top of the casino, you're expecting to meet a person, but it's a guy on a big computer screen. And by the end, your choice is you can either join him or kill him. And at some point, I guess in the 15 years between the game and the season, he died, whether due to the players' actions or not. But he even says something like, oh, over the years my body has been like stabbed and shot and beaten, and that was kind of a direct reference to all the different ways the players can kill him in the game.
That's actually really cool that they have so many little homages.
So there's too many to even mention. And going back to just how much there was, it's almost like I'm remembering things as I talk. Did you guys notice? It seems like we've all forgotten, but as I mentioned it, Ron Perlman cameo as the mutant, the super mutant, the big green guy that saves the ghoul.
Oh, from the pole when he's
Right.
on the pole he stuck through. Yeah, he got stuck through. Oh, right. That's right. It was Ron Perlman.
Yeah, that was Ron Perlman, and he's been the narrator in all of the games. He opens every game like in 2077, nuclear fire, and he's been doing that since like the first game, since 1992.
Wow.
That's
Very
crazy. And I'm looking at the episodes on my laptop, and I notice that brought a question up, but I noticed Jane Espenson wrote the 4th episode, and she's one of my favorite Buffy writers. She wrote some of the best Buffy episodes.
Cool.
But what? So that brings up another question. What were those demon things that he first encountered up in Alaska before the nuclear bombs dropped, and before there was supposedly any mutation or anything? Those creatures apparently existed. So what's the story there?
That was new to me too, although apparently that's taken from the game. I guess I had always assumed that those were mutated creatures, but I guess they are experiments done by the government in secret. And the big bad that they seem to, and they've already kind of confirmed this, so I don't quite know why they keep making it a big secret, but the Enclave. I don't know if you remember in the first season, the scientist escapes from the Enclave, and
Yes.
and
Has the
they
chip in his neck.
they keep referencing the Enclave, and they kind of hint at what it is, but it's basically like essentially like the Illuminati or the shadow government of the U.S. in Fallout, and so it's kind of like all of the politicians and the president and they were operating in secret, doing all these experiments to try to, influence things and everything else, and so it was a Enclave experiment. I guess the death clause, and once everything blew up and went to shit, I guess whatever facility they were being held in opened up and they escaped, and now there's several of them across the wasteland. So that was interesting to me. I did not know that, but they seem to be hinting that the Enclave has been kind of pulling the strings the whole time.
Interesting, yeah. Because obviously in the war against whatever version of the Soviet Union it was prior to the bombs dropping, I was like, did they unleash those things to fight on behalf of somebody, or were they just there? Or it was really interesting.
I guess we'll find out in next season. I'm sure that they, dropped that for us, a little breadcrumb for next season.
Yep. So what is your impression, Cam, of the technical production aspects of this one? I know it seemed like not a ton of CGI, a lot of practical effects, and now you can execute those so much better than you could
right
back in the day. But.
Well, yeah, all the robots were practical. They even showed, I was watching some of the behind the scenes stuff, like the robots that have screens on their faces, or faces, or screens for faces. Those were actual screens that they could switch the face on, as opposed to it would be so easy just to plop it in there on CGI. But I thought that was cool. And the really impressive thing to me is that they built the entire New Vegas and Freeside sets pretty. I mean, there were some differences, but they were almost they were impressively accurate to the games in terms of because you can explore all of these places in 3D in the game, so they have all of this data to work towards, and they were just every little detail, the signs matched up, the where certain things, like the things in the background from certain angles of certain shots you could you can see in the game. So I was just really impressed. And even outside of New Vegas, you have the dinosaur that Lucy, I guess it was Lucy, was sniping people in at the beginning. That's in the game, and so and you can kind of even trace the path that they took in the game, and so just the attention to detail and practical effects and practical sets. I just thought it's really impressive. I hope more TV shows and movies start doing that.
I can't say any. Maybe you guys have a different thought. There were no performances that sort of. I think Lucy Ella Purnell is fantastic, but I think all of the and Goggins. They're great.
I think Goggins.
I think all the performances are. Yeah, all of the performances. Yeah, maybe he is the standout, but all the performances are uniformly good, I think.
I love Kyle MacLachlan. Anything he's in, he's just kind of hams it up and creepy. And and I don't know if you guys follow him on social media or ever seen it. He has a lot of just really silly, dad joke kind of social media stuff. So I just enjoy.
Oh, really?
Enjoy anything he's in.
Yeah, he was a really creepy villain in, I forget what season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, yeah, I think he was Mr. Hyde or something. I remember that.
Something like that, yeah.
He was Daisy's father, right?
Yeah. That was it. All right. Any final thoughts on Fallout?
No, I'm just excited for more. I hope they... Well, we kind of did end on a cliffhanger. There's still a battle to come, and I guess that would probably, if I had any reservations about the plot, it's that it is a lot of the plot points, kind of broadly speaking, are very reminiscent of the Fallout New Vegas game, because you can defeat the Legion in that game, and then and there's already been two major battles between the New California Republic and the Legion by the time season 2 rolls around, and they don't really mention any of that. It seems like it is very much kind of like done just to simplify things for general audiences and stuff. It's a super nitpicky thing, but it does seem to be a little broadly repetitive of things that were already being explored in the games, but that I think kind of goes without saying in an adaptation. But that would be my only kind of negative.
Yeah, no, I'm same, Kim. Just looking forward to season 3, and I don't have, again, the video game background, but I can connect the dots pretty well, and yeah, I think it's interesting, and I'm really looking forward to following and seeing where this one ends up.
Absolutely. So that's a wrap on Fallout Season 2. And we have so much more to do. There is obviously Stream 7 this weekend. And Cam, did you finish Wonder Man yet?
No, I'll probably do that tonight. I had gotten to the very last episode, and then I was too sleepy to finish it, and then I kind of forgot about it. But I'm enjoying it so far. I'm gonna finish it tonight probably.
Cool. And then I know, Jen, you haven't watched that, so maybe Cam, you and I will do a quick recap of that, just a short one, upcoming. But we've got Scream 7, we've got Monarch, actually.
Oh yeah, that looks
premieres
good.
tonight, season 2. I'll have to watch that at some point. We've got, what's that sound?
Oh yeah, Undertone.
Undertone.
Yeah, that
We
looks
watched
really
the
good.
Watch the trailer of that. That looks really good.
Which one's that? Is that the one about the podcast?
Yeah.
Yes.
That looks really creepy. I'm looking forward to
Yeah,
seeing
I'm excited about that one.
And then some of the other things start rolling in, like Star Wars and some Marvel stuff, and lots of things happening. So with that, I think we will say thank you very much for finding us wherever you find us when you look for your podcasts and listening and supporting. And if there's places, I know there are places you can make comments. We have a Facebook page, we have a Twitter page, and I think a lot of the podcast places have updated to allow people to have more interaction. So we certainly welcome that. We thank you for listening, and we will see you again very soon.
Yes, very soon.
See you on the next one, guys.